Welcome to day 4 of our mindful living challenge, and today's pose is Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. How we've been building out this week is we are moving from one pose into the next, but I wanted to make sure that you had an opportunity to learn about some of the cues for Virabhadrasana before we actually went into it. So, for those of you who've not done Warrior 1 before, typically what we want to do is bring, in this case we're bringing our left foot forward and our right foot back, and we are bringing our back foot into a 45-degree angle. And so then we start to square the hip forward, and we start to bring that front leg into a perpendicular position. So we're sitting into that front leg. Sometimes we will heel toe walk that foot forward so that we can get down lower, and then we draw the hands up, palms touch, and we look towards the thumb. Okay? In this particular version, what we're going to do is we're going to straighten the front leg, bring that left foot into a 45-degree angle, bring that right foot back, and then find it, here on our second set, okay? So those are some of the cues. Again, rolling the shoulders down and back, locking out the back leg. If it's really difficult for you to get that squared hip, you want to place some distance between your 2 feet. Sometimes you'll hear the cue, have your heels aligned, but that doesn't always work for all bodies. And so how you can accommodate for your bone structure is spreading the feet out wider to then be able to come into that squared hip position. So let's get started. Hope that was helpful. We are going to come onto our mat, taking this moment to settle into the space. Slowly shifting into Ujjayi breath with sound, slowly closing out the back of our throat and creating a nice vibration through our breath. Turning your gaze downward or closing your eyes. On your next inhale, open your eyes and start to walk the hands out forward, reaching for the mat in front of you. Slowly draw the head down towards the mat. And hold. On your next exhale, walk your hands over to the right. Feeling that stretch on the left side body. And then slowly on your inhale, bring your hands forward and then exhale over to the left. This may feel different because we're approaching it today with the legs together. However, that doesn't mean that you can't go into the other variation of child's pose where you bring the toes together and knees apart. Slowly walk your hands back to center, dropping your forearms onto the ground, bending the elbows and placing the palms together behind the skull. Take this moment to set an intention for today. On your next inhale, release your arms, plant the hands into the ground, bring your knee and heels about hip distance apart, stacking the hands underneath the shoulders. Let's do a few cat-cows. On your exhale, tuck in the pelvis, chin to chest, round and curl. Inhale, arch the lower back, drop the chest down and look up towards the sky or ceiling, wherever you are today. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, come to tabletop position, bringing a neutral alignment in your spine, and then tuck that right foot back, toes under, extending that leg back, and then draw the left foot to meet the right. And we're just gonna hold here for about 5, 4, if you have to drop down, just drop down and come back up. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, push back into your downward facing dog. We're still warming up, so let's pedal the legs back and forth to just really open up that space in our hamstrings. Rolling the shoulders down and back, spreading the fingers out nice and wide, and pressing through the finger pads, the tips of the fingers, in that area right where the palm and fingers combine. You want to also press into that space as well. And hold. Drawing your heels towards the earth, chin to chest, looking towards your knees, thighs or navel. Holding here for 3 more breaths. On your inhale, bring that right leg up, lifting it up towards the sky. So that left leg is down, the right leg is up. Then I want you to look forward. On your exhale, bring that right foot in the space between the 2 hands. If you have to, heel toe, pick it up, whatever makes sense for you. So the tips of our fingers are on the ground, and we're gonna drop that left heel down, bringing that foot into a 45-degree angle. On your inhale, lift that torso up, palms touch, looking towards the thumbs, holding here for 1, 2, 3, sit down just a little bit deeper, lock out that back leg, and 5. Inhale, straighten the front leg, bring the right foot in, twisting the body towards the left. Bring the left foot out, and then adjust the right foot, and then draw the right hip forward, left hip back, look up, sit down. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1, left side. Hold here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, bring both the left toe and right foot out. Coming back to Virabhadrasana on the right side. Plant the hands down to frame the right foot. Drop the left knee down, top of the foot comes onto the mat. Bring the right foot to meet the left. Toes touch, knees apart. Drop down into your child's pose. On your next inhale, lift the body up, walking the hands back towards the legs. Swinging the legs around, coming on to your seat, crossing your ankles or extending the legs out. At this point, you can always go into Shavasana, where you lie down on your back and hold there for a few minutes. Otherwise, we look forward to seeing you tomorrow with our next pose. Have a good day.